of that. So NEET only because of the social ramification, we thought we'll give priority to the NEET matter. All right, now
they're all mixed up. 5, 7, 9, and all that.
Now, who's going to open the arguments in the NEET matters for the petitioners?
My lord, my item 5 is slightly on a different footing. I am showing not merely the leakage of the examinations, but I am showing the...
Because mine is the first matter wherein the...
Mr. Dwivedi, where are you appearing in this matter? This pension matter. I think you're safe today because, you know, after this, we are going to take up the partner tax matter, which will take the rest of the day. So, but the judge's pension matter is again important and we will take it up probably next week. We'll list it and take it up. Just a little adjustment of the board, that's all.
So far as item 7, if I can... The writ petition under Article 226 of this candidate is pending before Honorable High Court of Delhi. He has filed writ petition under 32 before this Honorable Court also, saying that I'll withdraw that. This is the third time consecutively where he is alleging that my OMR has been replaced, which is actually...
All right. That we will see what to do there, because that's not about the systemic issue, but about his own OMR sheet. There we may be... Who's appearing? Which one is that? Serial number?
Item 5. My lord, in 514.
So 5, why don't you do this? Go to the High Court. Whether your OMR sheet has been replaced or not, there is not a systemic issue.
High Court has already passed the judgments. High Court has refused to examine this issue. My lord had delegated.
So why have you filed a writ petition? You have to file an SLP then.
No, my lord, in 2020, I went before Honorable High Court on the directions of this Honorable Court.
But now High Court is held against you.
In 2021.
21 hoga, 20 hoga, 19 hoga, 23 hoga.
My lord, since that,
but now tell us, what remedy do you have against that judgment of the High Court?
Against that, even if I come in SLP, my lord cannot grant me an admission. My lord, I am saying I reappear in the examination in the...
Fair enough. We'll entertain your writ.
Yes.
On one condition, that now then we will treat the order of the High Court as attained finality.
Yes.
So we will then hear your writ on the footing that the order of the High Court has attained finality. So you are taking a chance.
My lord, High Court refused to examine the issues. That's the final.
All right. We'll see. We'll see when the matter is called in.
My lord, may I...
Mr. Nagamutu, we are seized of the matter. We know how important it is. It's about our own retired judges. But we have the NEET matter today, so we'll give priority to the NEET matter today. We just indicated to Mr. Dwivedi, we'll try and accommodate it sometime next week, so we'll take it up immediately.
We'll just give me a little time, so I'll just in the evening discuss the board position with the court master, and then we'll take it because we have to take it up.
My lord, I'm here for item number 6. I have the same prayer that my OMR sheet was replaced and the...
All right, let the matter open up now. If everybody just keeps on giving your individual facts, who's going to open the hearing?
Yes,
open the argument?
mine is the first matter, my lord, where they have filed their responses.
So we'll hear Mr. Huda first.
Yes, my lord, I'll supplement whatever he said.
All right, and then we'll hear the solicitor.
But your lordship had an occasion to go through the second status report.
Yes,
We
we have seen the second
now
state.
there is something is crystal.
We have seen the second state.
Yesterday it was that.
Yes, I saw it in the morning today.
Please.
Both my learned brothers have seen the second status.
Please.
Oh, yes, okay.
Praise the Lord. This is yours.
Just one suggestion. Okay. All my... Okay, only first page. In item 5, may I please request that the first prayer is, my lord, that...
You're not arguing it. You have somebody before you who is to argue his matter.
They are in item 7 and item 5, I am making a request.
But which is the leak prayer? Which is the lead matter? Are you prepared to argue the whole matter on the leak, etc.?
No, I'm on not on the leak aspect, my lord.
Then why are you interrupting the flow of the proceedings, you know? Allow somebody who is arguing the main matter to take charge, right? We'll hear you at the end, no problem.
Since not replied. May it please, Lord. Lord, 2-3 things at the outset, Lord. as per my lord's direction, CBI was supposed to file their status report. Filing, we understood it will be filed and it will be supplied to us. And that was the direction.
The problem is this.
Pardon?
The only problem is this today. I
Please.
mean, I'm all for transparency. In fact, this is not a sealed cover procedure. Let me be very clear. But today an investigation is going on.
Correct. I
Right?
quite follow that.
If what CBI has told us in the course of the investigation is revealed, probably the investigation will get scuttled because people will become wise on what are the leads which have emerged in the course of the investigation. So that's the only thing.
I bow down straight away. My only, you see, the intervention in between will cause a problem.
So what we would like you to do, Mr. Huda, is
Please.
you have to, redaction is not possible in these kind. If it's redacted, then it'll have nothing of it'll have nothing of substance. You will have to show us prima facie on the basis of your submissions that the leak is so systemic and has affected the entire examination process across the country that we must cancel the examination and direct a fresh examination to be held.
Yes.
That is the area where we want to hear you. And then we'll hear the learned solicitor in response to that.
I will assess this honorable court.
Then,
that area.
just 1 second. The second, we have some ideas also on what we are going to post to the solicitor thereafter.
Please, Lord.
We would like you to assist us on assuming, if we accept your wider submission that you must have a fresh NEET examination, then that's what you exactly want. Suppose in the alternative, after hearing you both, we are not with you. Then we would like you to also assist the court on which are the further lines of investigation, what are the lines of investigation which must be carried out, in the sense that which are the specific issues which must be investigated. So we would like your assistance on both. The other is an alternate argument.
Yes, but that alternative argument has also come in my supplementary note, which I circulated yesterday.
Okay, we'll
In the
leave that.
same matter, I have suggested that this is the line of investigation should be conducted to unearth this entire controversy.
All right, then we'll look at that. Later on, we'll read it with you.
At the outset, my lord, I was flagging my handicap in assist. My lord, I'm assisting. I'm not saying that. But the handicap I have in assisting this honorable court in this leak matter, one, they have not declared the entire result. They have declared the result of 100 people. And my assistance is information gathered from here and there. UPSC, my lord, in IS exam, they declared the result of entire people. At least they should have declared the result of this 1 lakh people who get admission. First 50,000 in the medical colleges.
Just one
And
second.
the two handicaps, my lord, may kindly notice I will have in the course of my assistance to this honorable court.
First 50,000. How many seats in the government medical colleges?
56,000. And Lord, everybody clamor for these first 56,000. Even the people below 56,000 may be willing to go for a re-examination.
And how many in the private medical colleges?
52,000. 56 and 52. That is 1,08,000. Now, my lord, if re-exam happens, literally it is, if all of them do not want re-examination, the total number is 1,08,000 people, not 23 lakh people. The remaining 22 lakh people
Have not got admission at all.
have not got admission. So they are willing.
Except for the fact that if some people have wrongly got into the 1,08,000 category,
That's right.
then somebody below the 1,08,000 can legitimately get into that 1,08,000.
Correct. That's right. So, but in fact, the balance is this 1 lakh. If all of them 1 lakh don't want re-examination, this 1 lakh on one side and 22 lakh on the other side, who would like to take a chance in view of the this examination is marred by controversy. All 22 lakh would like to have a second chance.
That argument,
Yes, that
Mr. Huda,
argument,
there's a
I thought-
problem. Forget the question of leak in this matter. Merely because say, out of 22 lakh, 1 lakh 8 only have got admission or would get admission. And therefore, you are left with, say, 21, about 20 lakhs,
22 lakhs.
22 lakh students who would want to take a chance. We cannot order a re-examination merely because they want to take a
That's
chance.
right. But I just wanted to,
Re-examination has to be on a concrete footing, that the sanctity of the entire examination has been
I
broken.
bow down. I just wanted to dispel an impression that the stake in the re-examination is of lakhs of people. No, the stake is of 1,08,000 people. I will have to set up, demonstrate conclusively that we cannot segregate tainted from the untainted. In Tanvi Sabharwal case and the judgment authored by Malo, clearly says in Tanvi Sabharwal's case, the finding was we have identified 44 candidates out of 6 lakhs. The remaining we are not able to identify. So we cannot permit even 10 people.
Mr. Huda, I think, you need not labor that point because you're absolutely right on that.
I'm so grateful.
That if you can, as a conceptually,
Yes.
that if you can establish that it is not possible to segregate the tainted from the untainted,
Correct.
then the whole examination has to go. Because
Yes.
those basic, you can of course show those authorities briefly to us
That's it.
at a certain point.
Please.
But when we have looked at the facts, but before we go into the authorities, we want you to address the core of the facts before us.
That's- No, my lord, I will try to first summarize my case and then elaborate.
All right.
So that my lord has an
Well-
idea what I am saying.
You can summarize, ma'am. My brother Justice Pardiwala would like to know, out of 1,08,000, totally how many petitioners are before the court?
Lord, Lord, it is NTA can say, my lord.
NTA, 38 petitions. Now, you're for NTA, no?
The transfer petitions filed by the NTA, my lord.
So 38 petitions includes the 6 transfer petitions or transfer
The
petitions?
petitions before this honorable court would include the 6 transfer petitions
All
filed
right.
by the NTA, my lord. So
But
32
Lord,
petitioners,
but
32
because-
petitions.
Our question is little
How many?
lakh
So,
8,000.
I represent 10. I'm from
How many are
we
asking
can
for?
supported by 43 more from
Because, Lord, I do not know how many, at least 100, the candidates must have called us individually, but who have not
I
petitioned.
think they have a figure. 108. Mr. Kaushik, if you can just ask somebody, any of your teams from the NTA, to just do this physical exercise of telling us even at lunch or after lunch, how many total students are involved in the matters before not involved, but how many students have moved the court in this batch of cases?
Lords, with utmost respect, my lords, that way.
Approximately, let's 108 are seeking reconduct of the
The
examination.
council,
50.
108 who are seeking re-exam are amongst 1,08,000.
No,
Yes.
no, they'll be outside 1,08,000.
We are outside 1,08,000.
Because 1,08,000 would get, they have succeeded.
1,08,000 cannot seek re-examination at all.
I represent
So all those who have not been able to
Yes,
clear.
yes.
some people within 1,08,000 are also before your lordships
Out
because
of-
they say
They will not get into government medical.
They will
not
first
get
to
into government.
55, they will get into it.
My lord, in my petition,
seeking re-examination.
my petition 700. In my lab petition, my lord, there are 5 candidates. One of them.
Now in charge, unless we ask a question to some other council, the others may not interrupt because otherwise, our line of thinking is also affected. And he's deflected also. He has his thought process in some matter. Yes.
Students out of total.
But they are not in mission.
I'm on your side, ma'am.
Also, Brother Manan Mishra had a point. What is the minimum mark which has been received by the petitioners before the court? We just want, you need not give us an offhand answer. Just do it at lunch and tell us.
My lord, can I one thing, my lord? In 5 petitioner in my petition, my lord. One is having, my lord, 700. Another is
Right.
having 600.
How will we be able to, just wait for a minute. Let's have the conceptual basis of the matter. We can't go in individual facts like this. Let's have the concept very clear before us, and then we can see where the balance lies. Yes, Mr. Wood. We'll hear you. We're not going to run away. We are here to hear you and do justice to the matter.
Qualifying marks are 164. Done this exercise, there are 131 students who are not falling within 1,08,000, and they are playing for retest.
131 students.
130. And there are petitioners, and there are 254 who are falling within 1,08,000. They are opposing them. Not that statistics can assist your lordship either way, but factually this is the position.
So 131 students beyond 1,08,000
Yes.
who want a retest, and
254, they are in the form of IAs for implement,
Who are opposing.
for opposing the retest.
My lords, the
They
figures,
fall within 1,08,000.
the figures may not always be right, my lords, because I represent somebody who falls within.
Yes, that's true.
And whose rank is about 2009. But, my lords, we'll work out the figures in common with Mr. Kaushik.
now tell us also what is the cutoff rank for the 56,000 and for the 1,08,000.
May just one clarification conceptually. Anybody who is above the 50th percentile qualifies, in the sense that if somebody above them also does not go into medicine, goes into IIT, for instance, there will be a figure.
So passing is 164.
Passing is 164, but admission is a dynamic process, may stop at 1 lakh, may stop at 1,50,000. And depending on the particular quota or reservation or whatever is available. 164 is the cutoff mark. 164 means that you are above the 50th percentile. So about half the people have a qualification to be allotted a seat, but not everybody will be allotted a seat. So it's a dynamic process. There is 1,08,000 seats available. Some of them may not opt for medicine, some may go into IIT, this, that, and the other. The figure will come down. And also depending on whether you have a reserved category or something. So it is not, so it is dynamic, but roughly saying, I think the last figures will stop at 2.5 lakhs, rank-wise. That's
All right, let's hear Mr. Hudana. Yes, Mr. Hudana.
Wait, please, Lords. So, my lord, I'm
You
starting.
can summarize your case, you say.
Yes, Lord. I'll just summarize, but just give me a space, please. थोड़ा सा पीछे हो। Lord, I'm starting with a handicap. I do not have the result. Because of that, I cannot have the data analytics, which the state has placed, NTA has placed on record, giving the bell curve. And Lord, one of the director of IIT Madras is a member of the governing body of NTA. They have run the data analytics process, taking the entire number of 23,33,000 candidates who sat in the examination. If data analytics is to be run to 23,33,000 people, at what stage 10,000 or 20,000 people have sneaked into it? This data analytics running into half a page, which every dot means thousands of people. You cannot detect any abnormality when you draw a bell curve, which is based on 23,33,000. The correct procedure, if at all they were doing it, the correct procedure was to apply this process to 1,08,000 people. The first 1 lakh people in 2021, 22, 23, and 24. Probably the curve would have been able to catch 1,000, 2,000 people going up and down. Now even 1% is up, is into thousands of candidates. This honorable court has not tolerated, even if it comes to a conclusion that 1,000 people have entered into the system of this 1 lakh, which we are not able to detect. This examination cannot be sustained.
Well, that's one aspect about what IIT Madras has done. Now, what about how do you develop? Now you can develop the basic case that you have.
I'm demonstrating that IIT Madras can't be relied upon.
Because they have taken the entire body of 21.33 lakhs.
That's right.
And according to you, that data analytics should have been done on the restricted figure of 1,08,000 and compare that with 2021, 22, and 23.
So great. And Willard, the governing body member is the of NTA is the director IIT Madras. There is a conflict of interest. Willard.
No, but therefore, you take it, I mean, what is at the highest, what does that lead to? Your argument is that the data analytics has been done by NTA itself.
Correct. That's right.
It can't be higher than that.
And apply.
That's because because the director of IIT Madras is also on the governing body of NTA.
That's right.
Actually, he's not.
He's not, they say.
He's present in the court on my request. He says he's not on the board of directors of NTA.
Oh, I see.
He was an outsider who's without expertise.
But anybody from IIT Madras who is on the governing body of NTA?
He was. Somebody else was.
Was means in the past.
In past.
Today, IIT Madras has nobody from IIT Madras in NTA.
When was that passed, Willard, when he exited?
But the director who has prepared this report.
Mr. Solicitor, just sit for a second and ask them what the position is so that you can have a seat.
Were you a member of NTA? This is not the way it is done. Please don't do this.
I have not attended any board, not your.
Member. He's not a member. Any other person who is a member?
I'm not 100%. What's the previous guy?
When?
I step down, strictly.
subject to further verification. But the IIT, whichever IIT organizes JEE examination, IIT JEE for selection in, the chairman of that examination committee is ex officio member in NET, NT. But the office, the director who has prepared this report is not the member. But some Mr. Gopal.
Now, the IIT JEE for 2024 was held by IIT Madras or who else?
IIT Madras. He is the chairman of that IIT JEE examination committee, but he deputed somebody to attend meetings of NT.
Oh, I see.
Ex officio is there to use his expertise.
So I'll just take it down. IIT JEE for 2024
was conducted by IIT Madras.
Yes.
And the chairman of IIT who conducts IIT JEE, ex officio is a member of NTA.
And what role does NTA have in regard to the IIT JEE?
Nothing.
There's no.
He is
No, just ask the director.
NTA conducts JEE.
So the actual NTA, the actual IIT JEE mains are conducted by NTA.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So IIT Madras would only set the papers or what happens?
No, they would conduct the examination. JEE advanced they conduct, JEE mains is conducted by NT.
Mains is conducted by
NTA.
by NTA. That's like the preliminary exam. The mains.
Advanced.
Advance is like, advance is only
Final.
This is only for IIT. Whosoever is intended to get admission in IIT, they opt for the advanced. Otherwise, all other
They are only the admissions are on the basis of IIT JEE mains.
the means.
And IIT JEE advanced. NTA doesn't conduct that. So IIT JEE advanced is conducted by whom?
NTA.
No.
IITs.
IITs or one IIT?
It is conducted by IITs. One become the organizing IIT. This year it was IIT Madras.
Okay, so like the CLAD.
Yes.
So this year, the IIT JEE advanced, the organizer was IIT Madras.
Correct.
Okay.
And Lord, he has gone into city-wise as well as center-wise analysis.
Now, when you said that the chairperson of IIT JEE is the ex officio member of NTA,
governing body.
of the government, is ex officio a member of the governing body?
Yes, it's a governing body has no correlation with the activities of the conduct of the exam.
So the IIT JEE, the chairperson. So this time, who was the chairperson?
I took this time chair for, he was the chair.
He was the chairperson. He deputed one Mr. Gopal Krishnan to attend the meetings on his behalf.
No, but who was the chairperson? The director of IIT Madras was the chairperson?
Because IIT Madras was the organizing body.
So IIT Madras was the organizing body both for the mains as well as advanced, only for advanced.
Only advance. Mains was conducted by NTA,
NTA.
by us.
Entirely. But IIT Madras's director was an ex officio member of the
Governing body, Manoj, which is a a kind
of
of a policy
NTA.
making.
Of NTA. And is he an ex officio member only for this year or generally?
He would be, whichever IIT conducts the exam of.
For that year, he becomes a member of the government. All right, I got it.
I must tell your lordships, my lord, that what is placed in the report is, my lord, for, say, a city-wise spread of top
So
100 rankers.
this time the director IIT Madras would be ex officio a member of the governing NTA, but he had deputed somebody else on his behalf to attend the meetings.
One Mr. Professor Gopal Krishna.
Lord,
And I have city-wise and center-wise.
so that I'm explaining.
A deputed professor or doctor?
Gopal Krishna. Professor Gopal Krishna. If my learned friend is going on the question of bias, that may not help here. I have sat with him, my lord, I have examined everything which he has done. Yeah, I can show it to your lordships, and my lord, it is city-wise, center-wise.